Hey guys, it's Ruby. So I'm making a video for you guys today because I get a lot of questions on Instagram related to girl advice, girl advice for guys, how to approach girls, sex questions, a lot of different stuff. And I figured rather than answering it in an Instagram story and then have it disappear and probably have my account deleted because Instagram won't let you talk about anything, I would just make a video. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here with my wine because some of these questions might get a bit intense, and Pico's here chewing on her horn. So if you hear anything, it's Pico chewing. So what I did is I went onto Instagram, I asked a question saying dating, sex, relationship, and girl-related questions and advice. And I haven't been through these yet to pick which questions I'm going to answer. I'm just going to look now and see what we find. One thing quickly, I'm aware I'm not an expert on relationships. My longest relationship was 11 months. I'm only 22 and I've been single now coming up 3 years. So I may not be the best person to give advice on relationships, but I have been on plenty of dates, plenty of Tinder dates. I've had enough sex that I know what I'm talking about. And I have met a lot of men over the years of doing waitressing and just seeing into men's brains in my Instagram DMs. I mean, I will never understand them, but you know, we got to try our best. So I'm gonna try and answer some questions for you guys. The first question I've come across is, okay, so this is obviously going to be one of the most common questions any guy has ever asked me and ever asked any girl online, because guys are just super insecure a lot of the time. I'm sorry, but a lot of you are, and you shouldn't be. So the question is, during sex, dick size matter or not? That is obviously dependent on every single girl. Like, some girls are gonna care, some girls are not gonna care. At the end of the day, you've got a dick that's a specific size. You really can't do anything to change that. Don't spend your money on all the pills and shit because it's bullshit. Just know that you can't change it and you've got to do what you can with it. I have read stories about guys with micro penises who have had amazing sex lives because they have researched what to do and, you know, worked with their partner to work out what works for them and makes both of you feel good. So don't keep asking girls whether dick size matters, because at the end of the day, you can't change it. If they say it does, you're going to feel shit. And if they say it doesn't, you know? So yeah, just probably stop asking girls whether dick size matters and learn to use yours, because it's the only one you're gonna get. Okay, this is an interesting one. If a girl says she's a bad text replier, how many attempts to give before giving up? I am very bad at responding to text, but I'm very, very bad at responding to text when I'm not interested. So it doesn't mean she's definitely not interested, but if she really wanted to talk to you, she would. Ultimately, if you have to keep triple messaging her to get a response, it's very, very likely she's not interested. And I don't think I mean to ghost people, but sometimes, you know, you just forget, you genuinely forget for days, and then by the time you come to reply, you're like, oh, sorry for not replying, I'm a bad texter. And, you know, you shouldn't be doing that to people. I shouldn't be doing that to people, but take the hint. If she's not replying time after time, most likely she's not interested. Move on. You deserve better than that, because she should just tell you she's not interested. But it is hard. I'm in that boat too a lot of the time. Okay, how can a man please a woman orally? You guys, girls are all different. I'm going to repeat this so many times. Every girl is different. And you cannot ask one person, who is me, what all girls like, because that would just be impossible to answer. Obviously, every woman is different. So the best way to please a woman sexually, whatever you want to know, is just talk to her. Try things. If she doesn't like it, ask her. Be like, is this all right? Like, don't be a creep about it, but just have the conversation. Like, you don't need to sit there being like, Ruby, is this going to be good for... I don't know. I don't have her vagina. Do what makes her feel good. And if you don't know, ask her. Communication is the key to life. Advice from Ruby. What's the best way to get a girl going in the bedroom? I mean, you'd probably be like, hey babe, do you want to come in the bedroom? And if they come in, then you've got them to come in the bedroom. So, okay. Worried I will never find anyone as good as my ex. It's keeping me stuck. So, I don't know. I struggle a bit to answer this one because I don't want to compare anyone to my exes because they're just dickheads. Like, most people are going to be better than them. But I completely understand that you meet new people and you compare them to your ex, because usually if you've broken up, especially if you didn't want it to happen, all you're remembering is the good stuff. So the best advice I could probably give would be to try and remember the reasons why it didn't work. She's your ex for a reason. Think about the things that didn't work, the things you didn't like about her, and then when you meet someone new, think, oh, well, this is a good thing about this person that I didn't like about my ex. There's always going to be more people. There's always going to be more things that you can find in someone that were better than your ex. Like, your ex is not the be all and end all, and you can't think like that because you will keep getting stuck. And ultimately, like I said, she's your ex for a reason. Don't even be trying to go back to her, really. Like, how many people are there in the world? I don't know, a lot of people. Sorry guys, my camera just died, but I'm back. Where was I think what I was just saying is that your ex is your ex for a reason. Try and meet people maybe with just completely different personality traits and looks to your ex, just so you stop comparing. And good luck. I hope you can get over your ex and enjoy dating, because it's so fun. How does a guy talk to a girl if the guy is really shy? Again, every girl's different, so the way you want to talk to her is going to be different every time. But I would say if you're talking about approaching a girl in public, the best place to probably do that would be a bar. I don't really like people coming up to me on the street and trying to talk to me. And if you are going to approach someone, I would say the best way to do it would be just say, hey, I saw you, thought you looked good, and I was wondering if you want to catch up sometime for a drink or something like that, something chilled. And in that case, you get straight to the point, and the girl can either say, sorry, I'm not interested, or they could be like, yeah, sure, give me your number, and then you're all good. So if they say not interested, don't be all grumpy and offended about it. She's not interested. That's fine. She's probably out with her friends. Ideally, don't approach her if she's out with friends, but, you know, sometimes you want to, that's fine. But if she says she's not interested, she's not interested. Be like, thanks anyway, and walk away. That is how you approach a girl. The way not to approach a girl would be to go up and be like, hey, how you going? What you doing? Where do you live? Who you here with? Blah, blah, blah. Unless she's really, really well responding to that, which most girls won't in that sort of situation because it's kind of weird, then I really wouldn't recommend doing that, you know. So the next question says, have you ever dated someone who was an Instagram follower and was it weird? No, I never have. One time in the early days, I did meet up with a guy who followed me on Instagram. It was fine because back then I hardly had any followers, and I think he'd seen me like on Tinder or something anyway, so it just felt like I was doing a Tinder date. But in general, if someone messages me on Instagram and wants to meet up, no, like that was one time in the whole 2+ years of having this account. No, I don't think I would meet up with someone. There'd have to be like a good reason to. Obviously photographers and stuff, but that's different. And yeah, don't pretend to be a photographer so I'll meet up with you, because it won't work. Okay, this one says, according to you, is it wrong to lose virginity before marriage? No, I'm atheist. There's nothing that I believe that says you should not have sex before marriage. In fact, if I was signing a paper to say that I'm legally committed to that person, I think I'd want to know what the sex was like before I did that. But that's just my personal opinion. If you're religious, or if you for your own reasons decide you don't want to have sex before marriage, that's fine. Like, I respect that. I just wouldn't do that myself. Your thoughts on pegging? I didn't even know what pegging was until recently. I mean, I've never done it. It's not something I want to do, but each to their own. Like, everyone has different tastes and I'm not one to judge. I'm pretty boring, so that's not for me, but go for your life if that's what you want to do. Pico. Okay, the last one I wanted to answer, because Pico keeps moving the camera. She is going crazy, even though we just went for a walk, didn't we? We did. So this is the last question. The last question I wanted to answer is, and you guys are gonna have to wait for the last question because apparently I never filmed it because Pico was being super naughty and not letting me film my videos, so I think I just went to look up to her. So if you want me to do another one of these and answer some more questions, let me know below. Leave a like and a comment if you want to, and subscribe if you want to see more. I would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.